The alcohol beverage market in India is set to expand exponentially in the coming years, and I have one of the biggest players of the Indian market, Pernod Ricard India's CEO. Thank you so much, Jean Touboul, for speaking to us at Business Today. First question, of course, goes upon the Indian market and its eventually consumption patterns. We recently saw that the government had reduced GST. From June onwards, when your year starts, what kind of volumes have you seen growing, and what all new segments have emerged eventually?
Thank you, Chetan, and thank you for this conversation. Yes, we are by nature in a discretionary category, and so of course this move like GST reduction will impact our consumption positively, the consumption of our category. It's a bit early to give exact movement because people will see their disposable income increase over time, but we see a very, very good dynamism, and it comes on top on the good structural tailwinds that we have in our industry, which is based on the expansion of the number of drinkers, legal drinking age, and on the increase of the disposable income.
Jean, coming to the point of brands in India, you operate quite a lot of brands in the Indian market. I want to ask you, what percentage of revenue is a particular brand, giving you the revenues? What are the numbers coming in? Which brand is giving you more numbers? Decode that for us, please.
Well, we are mostly a local company which manufactures in India for India. So 97% of our volume and more than 80% of our net sales are produced here in India for the Indian market. And then, of course, we have also the rest of the business, which is scattered from international brand that we import into this country.
And which area are you seeing the maximum growth, and what all contribution to your revenue is coming on which growth? Is it the scotch? Is it the whiskey? Is it the vodka? Is it the gin? What all is your premium contributor?
So basically, if you take the Indian alcohol market, it's a pyramid, and you have the higher the price point, the higher the growth, if I caricature. So the bulk of the business for us, as I was saying, is Indian-made foreign liquor, so Royal Stag and Blender's Pride. And this is growing, but a bit less than the international brands, which are growing from a smaller base at a faster pace.
And India is seeing a maximum growth in premiumization, be it cars, be it real estate, be it other sectors. We are seeing a huge push towards premiumization. What's your brand looking like in premiumization? Have premium brands picked up pace into the Indian market?
Yeah, premiumization is at the heart of our strategy, and it has been for many years in many markets, and India is no exception. But what premiumization means is either when I manage to uptrade the consumer from country liquor towards Royal Stag, that's premiumization, or when I try to push the consumers through the ladder of price. And we continue this innovation journey with the launch of Exclamation in the premium mix segment.
What all Exclamation will cater to? I mean, you mentioned about premiumization and a bit of interesting affordability aspect as well, which we'll come to later. But what all segments will it cater to?
So this is a brand that will have 5 categories of spirits under one brand. So Exclamation, and under Seagram as well. We cater whiskey, which remains the main category in this country, but also brandy, rum, vodka, and gin. So 5 categories of spirits under a premium brand at a unified price point in the premium mix. So here in Haryana, where we are speaking, around 700 rupees a bottle.
Okay. And when it comes to the Indian market, how important is the portfolio for Indian market as far as the global Pernod Ricard market is concerned? I know a significant share of numbers of revenues comes from the Indian market as well, and you have great expansion plans as well. So tell us, what does the Indian market mean for Pernod Ricard?
So the Indian market is key to Pernod Ricard. We are already by net sales the second market worldwide for Pernod Ricard. We represent roughly 13% of the net sales of the group. And this is, of course, based on the local brand that we sell. But we are also important for international brand. We are the second market worldwide for Jameson, for instance, already. So that's really a key market for Pernod Ricard from a weight and also from a growth perspective. We are and we will continue to be a growth engine engine for the group Pernod Ricard.
And when it comes to the final phase of my interview, I want to ask you about, of course, how much investments are you putting into the Indian market? You have a number of bottling units. You're coming up from the facility in Nagpur. I want to ask you the numbers here.
Yes.
I know it's a tipping point, but I would like to ask you, for my audience, how much is the Pernod Ricard India is kind of investing into the Indian market?
It's several millions of euros that we have to invest every year into the roughly 20 manufacturing units that we have in this country, and we produce locally in the different states where we operate. And this is to modernize the production tool, to bring to higher level the health and safety, to make it more efficient also. And on top of this, let's say, regular and year-on-year capexes that we invest into the country, we have a big project that we have announced in Nagpur, where we will establish the largest malt distillery in Asia. And there, it's an investment of up to 200 million euros that we will do in Nagpur in the next decade. We have started with the land that we have purchased, and we will continue to build the building, the distillery, the maturing warehouse, to bring in the cask, to make it a fully operative distillery.
And with this distillery, would you be exporting it out to the other world countries as well? And by when would this distillery be ready?
So yes, we will be exporting eventually, because this malt can be used into our local product, which are mostly sold here, but can be exported as well. Rose type, Blenders Pride. It can be used into our Longitude 77, the Indian single malt that we produce here, which we sell in India, but also in other markets, Dubai, for instance, and we will continue to expand. And this is really a strategy of producing in India for India and for the world. As far as when it will be ready, it's a long-term project. So we need to get all the administrative clearances, build the building, etc. So expect 4 or 5 years for the liquid to be ready to be used into our products.
And lastly, Pernod Ricard has been in India for a very long time, and it's widely accepted, widely consumed. And you have been seeing a steady growth story into the Indian market now. With different premiumization aspects coming up, new products by you coming up, what all what's the growth percentage that you're looking at?
So the group percentage depends on how my colleague will grow in other countries. So I will not risk to say that I will be this or that percentage. What really matters for me is to grow faster than competition here in India, and to gain market share, as well as to expand the market. We are the leader in this market, and we have a role both to gain market share and to expand the market, making sure that we can grow at different price point, but always premiumization being at the heart of the strategy, and innovation like Exclamation catering for a large portion of the growth. This Exclamation innovation, we expect that it will represent 10% of our share of growth for the next decade.
Okay. And lastly, what all products now on your radar? I mean, with the Exclamation coming over, what all new products are we expecting? Do we expect a gin product or a vodka product or whiskey product, scotch, single malts? What is next on Pernod Ricard India's growth menu?
So Exclamation is a big bet and will take a lot of our efforts, but we are not forgetting the higher end of the portfolio. So soon we will bring tequila into the country. So Altos, which is a 100% agave tequila that we are not, it belongs to Pernod Ricard Group, but we don't import it yet. We will also continue to complete the range of Jameson, for instance, and introduce in the next couple of months Jameson Triple, which is triple distilled and tripled cask variant of the Jameson brand. So these are two examples.
All right, well, thank you, James, for speaking to us. But as John speaking to business today on what really the brand means for India, and of course they are here for the long time. In the next 4 to 5 years, we expect a great distillery to begin its operations in the Indian market. With camera person Abhishek in Gurgaon, this is Chetan Bhutani for Business Today.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.